Hi everyone and welcome to Learn All About Property. Now, as we all know, right, there are many different ways of investing in property. And one of the things that we do is to buy properties to below market value, renovate them, bring them up to a good, modern, high standard, and then sell them. Now, here's an example of one particular project. It's a very, very nice cottage that's landlocked, so to speak. Now, what do I mean by landlocked? Well, there's no access directly to it by a car, so you have to walk up a little pathway to get to it and so on. So there's no off-street parking. Yeah, you do have to park in the street or nearby. Now, this cottage is, as you'll see in the videos that I'm going to share with you, at least 150 years old, maybe 180 years old. In fact, it's one of the oldest properties in the particular village that we founded in. And we bought this cottage at below market value. Now, I'm not going to reveal the figures just yet because I'm going to take you through the renovation process of what we do, how we do it, give you tips along the way so that you can see the whole story from start to finish. Now, I did actually video the property just after we were, handed the keys, after we bought it, but foolishly, I deleted that video. Not to worry, this is why I'm creating this little video, because I'm going to take you through the photographs of how the property looks, and then the appointment of a contractor and what they've done so far. So I'm going to take you through all of that story, and then throughout the months that are going to follow, we'll give you regular updates as to how the refurbishment process of that cottage is coming together. Here's a beautiful frontal view of the cottage that we've just purchased. And as you can see, it seems or appears quite idyllic. It's old, nothing much has been done to it for many years, apart from some new windows. It's got a lot of good character. You can see the gardens are nicely well landscaped, a lot of greenery in them, a lot of overgrowth, all of which we're going to have to attend to because we want to turn this property into something that's going to be incredibly appealing, so that when it is, fully modernized and refurbished, we can sell it on to make a profit. We could even rent it, or we could even maybe service accommodation it so that somebody could, use it as a holiday let. Now, as we walk through the photos, as you can see, this is the rear of the photo. There is a single story extension on it. But what we're going to do actually is we're going to build on top of that single story extension and create a double extension. So although this property at the moment is a 2-bedder, okay, we're going to turn it into a 4-bedroom family home. So already you can see how we're going to increase its value. And then you've got the old pathways look in the garden. We're going to take all of those out and we're going to replace them with new. So we're going to reconfigure the garden. Now, I view gardens as another room of a property because gardens are important. In other words, when somebody comes to view a property, what's the first impression going to be? I call it curb appeal. So if somebody's walking to a property and they see some nice landscape gardens or, something that is going to attract their eye, from the moment they cast their eyes on that property, you're on a winner. You don't want somebody to come up to a garden that they're looking, who's looking to buy a family home and it's overgrown with brambles and it's, you've got to dig your way through and the lawn is 10 feet high and all of this type of thing. It's going to put people off straight away. So when they come to a property and they see something nice and attractive, nice garden that the kids can play in, maybe a patio area, it's all going to create that extra appeal. So I always view gardens as another important room, if you want to call it, part of that property. So as you can see, there's a lot of garden space around the property, mainly on the front of the property and the side. Now at the rear of the property there is, as you can see, a little shed and a little yard, all of which is great. We're going to obviously take all of that away again, and we're going to then remodel the garden and create different areas for different activities maybe where the dog can run around, maybe the children can play safely and so on. If you love gardening, maybe we'll create some planting borders and so on. Now, as we go into the property, straight away you're met with an open plan type staircase that's smack bang in the middle of this cottage. And either side of the cottage then you've got a lounge and maybe another lounge come diner. So as we walk into the cottage and then we sort of bear left, we come into the lounge, as you can see here, and there's quite a unique traditional type of fireplace, which in a cottage of this type is quite normal. You could maybe refurbish that fireplace and bring it back to life maybe as a feature. What we're going to do actually is we're going to take this out and we're going to put in some patio doors or of some kind that will enable more light to come into that lounge, and also give a view whilst you're sitting in the lounge to view the garden. And then if you turn right to the right hand side of that staircase, you've got the dine-in come another lounge area, a lot smaller but again quite unique, and that gives us an opportunity to maybe knock through into the kitchen area to create an open plan come kitchen come diner. So as you can see, this is the kitchen, very 60s 70s style, hasn't been modernized for a good number of years. And then if you bear left, as you're going into the kitchen, there's this very dated, not so well tiled bathroom. But again, we're going to rip the whole lot out, so it doesn't really matter to us, the state it's in. And then if we go upstairs, there's 2 bedrooms. On the left-hand side, as you go up the stairs, you've got this nice big open style type of bedroom. There's no attic space in this particular property because it's quite a unique type of cottage. A bit like a barn conversion really. And then if you go to the right of the staircase, you go into the other bedroom, as you can see here, which again is a nice sized double bedroom. If you look out the back, you can see the roof on the first floor extension, and again we're going to build up on top of that in a timber frame type of structure, which will be nice and light compared to traditional brick and block, to create another 2 bedrooms plus a bathroom. So we really are going to add a lot of value to this property. Now on the side of the house, as you can see from this area, there's a pub and car park, which is obviously landlocked this particular property. Now we have approached the pub, or the landlords of the pub, and asked if we can actually cut a little gateway into this stone wall you can see here to create an access, or pedestrian access, so that we can walk through the car park to get to the house, or come out to the house, walk through the car park to go wherever you want to go. So not only will there be the main entrance on the other side of the property through the gated area there, but also a side exit as well. And believe it or not, if you don't ask, you don't get. The pub have actually granted us the license to do that, which is great news. They didn't have to do it. We paid them a few £100 to do so, and they've been more than accommodating. Now we're working on them, actually working on them to see if we can rent 2 parking spaces next to that stone wall as well, so that we could possibly then park right next to the property, or if we sell the property, we can sell that option as well to the potential buyer. So again, we're creating more value, if you like, and more interest. That it might be an elderly couple who want to buy this cottage, it might be a young couple, or it might be a family, who knows. But we want to open up as many avenues as we possibly can, rather than so that the marketplace of who we're going to sell to or even rent to is larger than just maybe marketing to a small minority amount of people. So the bigger the marketplace we can create when we come to sell this property, the better, because we like to sell quick. Time is money, remember. Now I'm going to share with you this video because as soon as we took the keys, we had builders lined up. They did let us down a little bit, so we decided to pick another builder who was then able to come in and straight away rip everything out. Now, what do I mean by rip out? Well, I'm going to take you into this property and show you. But here's a few photos before we do so of the rip out process. And as you can see from room to room, there are various stages where we've removed all the features, we've removed the fireplaces, we've taken down the ceilings, we're removing the old plaster from the walls, we're removing the old stud work. There wasn't a lot of it, but you'll see in the video there was some, so we've taken that away, and we've literally taken the property back internally to the bare bones. And by doing that, it gives us the opportunity to be able to see if there are any defects that maybe we weren't aware of or we didn't see when we viewed the property, which more often than not is the case. And that gives us the opportunity then to not only identify those defects but put them right. Okay, we know it's going to maybe cost us extra money, but we have got a contingency fund in place to overcome that. Now, if we go above that contingency amount, then we may have to cut back on some expenditure somewhere else. But at least we now know what we're faced with now that we've stripped the property out. But anyway, let's go and have a look at the video, and I can show you how well the team has come along and what they've done. Because, as I say, getting a good builder in straight away who can, get cracking, not waste any time, because as I keep saying, time is money. Anyway, have a look at this video and I'll speak to you in a short while.
Okay, this is a beautiful old cottage. It's over 150 years old. I'm going to take you inside just to show you exactly what we're doing. We're making a little side entrance there, pedestrian access, because this cottage is a little bit landlocked. As you can see, we've got some great features. Just go inside and show you the rip out that we've done. So this is one of the old lounges, old fireplace, ripped out completely. Staircase, it's gotta have to be changed because basically it's been made in situ. Stud walls, only 20 mil thick, look, really old. Some old features there, look, tell how old this property is. Really old stonework, real classic old cottage this, absolutely love it. Really oldie woldy. And then we got upstairs and yeah, have a look at this. We have stripped it out completely. Back to stone, as they say. No felt on the roof, that is just pure slate. It's amazing how these roofs didn't leak in the days without any felt. And then, as you can see, look, really oldie woldy. Back to stone, very damp. Over the years, these walls, they do tend to get saturated with water. And the elderly lady that lived in this, when we took it over, it was quite shocking really that she lived in damp conditions, but she lived to a very good age, nearly 100 I believe. Just goes to show that you don't need central heating to stay healthy. Anyway, so we're going to turn this into a 4-bedroom house. 4-bedroom. Now, you're probably asking, how on earth can you fit 4 bedrooms up here? Well, the secret is we're going to extend. There's an extension out the back, which I'll just show you through the garden here, through the window, sorry. And we're going to build up on top of this single extension. And we're going to have a doorway going in here. So then you'll have an extra 2 bedrooms to what will be 2 bedrooms up here. Right, so if I go back down, I'll just show you what we're going to do down here. So in this particular wall, which is the gable end, we're going to open this up and put some nice bifolding doors in there. We'll have a nice fireplace feature there instead. And then we'll have a nice little separate lounge over here. Then as we walk into the kitchen area, this has all been stripped out. Now obviously this extension is new compared to the cottage. And this here was the bathroom. This is going to become a utility room dash bathroom. Again, look at the old stonework. Now, it's not until you rip things out do you actually come across issues. For example, behind this stud work, we've got some big gaping holes in the wall now that we're going to have to fill in. So again, in old properties, you have to have a contingency in place to make sure that all of these unknown extra build costs are going to be covered within your budget. Very, very important. I'll just take you outside the back end here. I'll be able to show you, it's a little yard here. And then we've got the single story extension, as you can see. And then you've got the original old cottage there, which you can just see above. So we're going to extend all of this so it becomes part of the new family home. The builders have done extremely well within a very short space of time. But the key is to rip everything out so then you can see what unknown extra works you may come across. So I'm going to keep you fully updated on the progress of this project so that you can see exactly what we do, how we do it, and I'll keep you updated on the costs and budget and so on. So keep in touch, watch this space, and before you know it, we're going to turn this into a beautiful 4-bedroom family home. So until next time, I'll see you soon.
So there you go. Apologies for deleting the original video before the rip out process, but hopefully the video I put together with all the snapshots gives you an idea of what the cottage looked like beforehand, obviously during the rip out process, and how well the builders are now making progress. So this is part 1 of that refurbishment series of the cottage. There's going to be many more. So yeah, until next time, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Keep in touch, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. Give us a thumbs up. Hope you enjoyed it, hope you find it of value, and I'll see you on the next video. Until then, ciao for now.